Hi, everybody, and welcome our wonderful special guest, Joan of Angels, my precious co-host, sister, Sis-Star, Corinne Mooney, all the way from Arizona, and you, Joan, are from California, right?
Right now.
Yeah,
Hmm.
good. And myself, Anne, from Greece. So let's kick off. A luminous doorway is opening in the cosmos, and we are stepping through it together, all three of us today. Wonderful. Cosmic Sisters with Corinne and Anne gather in a field of higher light as we welcome our radiant special guest, Joan of Angels, for a soul stirring exploration of awakening the miracle frequency. This is a journey into the realms where angels whisper guidance, soul vision becomes clear, and living with purpose feels not only possible, but inevitable. In this shared space of remembrance and resonance, we rise into the frequencies that call us home to our truest selves. A conversation for hearts ready to expand, spirits ready to align, and souls ready to shine. And today we have Wednesday, March 4th in US and Europe, and our future Australia is Thursday, March 5th, right? Always our future. And again, we are welcoming special guest Joan of Angels discussing awakening the miracle frequency, angels, soul vision, and living with purpose. Welcome, Joan.
Wow. Okay. I'm very excited already. Well, thank you so much, both of you, and happy to see you again.
It's wonderful to meet up here, and I just feel the energy.
Yep.
Yes, you wrote something there. Yeah, I see that. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Oh yeah. So I think this is a really good time to come together. That the world is really needing miracles, needing angelic support, wanting to learn how to have more of all of this goodness in our hearts. So the timing is
Exactly. So
perfect.
timing is perfect, and there are no coincidences. We always say that. So you actually have lived in Arizona
I have lived in
in the
Arizona.
past. Yeah, and now we kind of found each other. That's wonderful. You have always also been to Greece. Isn't that nice? And I'm currently in Greece, like I always
Hmm.
do sometimes, every once in a while. So, who are you? Let us know what you do, please.
What a great question to start with. Who are you? It just reminds
Okay.
me of a movie that I saw. It's like, who are you? Well, in this moment of time, I'm a beautiful soul who's helping to support others, especially women, to step into their greatest vision, their purpose, to remember who they are, and to really help align each and every one of us so that we can help this awakening of the planet and ascension.
Mm.
So that's on a soul level what I do, but my name is Joan of Angels, also Dr. Joan Hangarter. So I go by both. And my real purpose is to help you remember who you are, why you're here, and live your best life. I've been doing that for over 45 years, by the way,
Wow.
and guiding individuals to really claim their power. So I feel honored to be on this show. I feel like we're in the times we're claiming your power, stepping into it as we step into the new earth is like crucial. We all have a role to play, and I love helping you identify the role you play. I like
Yes.
that.
Exactly. And that can be something because we are not taught that as infants and children usually, right? It's something we grow into, and it can feel tricky sometimes to find the way, right?
Very tricky because I think they want us to forget from day one.
Yes.
So, I mean, if you think about it, we were born. I tell everyone we have a clipboard, has all of our gifts on it, what we're supposed to do, our skills and everything, and then promptly our memories erased.
And
And
that we've been very fortunate in the fact that a lot of what we've been doing is bringing tools in to assist this, like the four agreements and the Celestine prophecies, and letting people remember the depth and the greatness of who they really are and bringing out that potential.
Yes.
I love that. And that's what the show does, right? Universal expansion of self.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly.
So it's something, that one wants to share. I think we work differently, all of us. I do also soul clearings and healings and stuff of that nature, but I also work as a psychic line. Um, I like to call it intuitive advisor in that sense.
Yes.
And a lot of people are maybe at the beginning of their journey. So I feel it feels really honorable. Some people don't want to listen, and that you can understand that. They just want to, what do you see in the future for me, right? But also
Right.
you can put in some stuff where people actually start to think, because it starts in here, right? You're going to experience that which you are. So you're not going to be able to, if you don't want to make any change, then you're going to remain where you are. But usually when people start on their journey, they see some things and that triggers them to dig deeper, right? Because it's exciting, it's wonderful, and you get curious
Right.
about who
I,
you are, right?
I think from our perspective, being the ones that are holding the light and watching these people go, aha, oh, and step into their path, that is it's such an incredible experience to be part of that and watch as they just start peeling away the outer shell and bring this beautiful experience and this beautiful demonstration of humanity and being a part of that. And that's I enjoy that so much.
I do too. I love how it seems that in the last since 2020, more people are waking up. I feel like it's spreading and expanding, and it's exciting to be a part of that. It certainly is, and the planet needs it. I kind of think of us all as instruments for Mother Earth. Like,
Yep.
so Gaia
Yes.
is a huge orchestra, and we all are instruments. And when we're out of tune, then the orchestra doesn't play its best sound. So
For sure.
part of our role is to get in tune.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And I think that you mentioned 2020. Yeah, we have been living in a world that we are not very used to. There are crazy things happening all over the place. But on another note, most of us as human beings, when we are here, we are a little bit comfortable. If we are not experiencing something that feels challenging, we are probably not going to dig. So it's very often a kickoff for many people. It was for me too, many years ago. We start searching because we know deep down there is something more, right? This is not it. So we want to dig and understand. So in that sense, yeah, a lot of people are awakening.
It's very exciting. They really are. And because I think people were forced to figure out what they wanted next and what was going on and start to, I think, activate their own discernment to make decisions about what they see happening around us. And we haven't had this global situations like we have right now, like with the health and happiness here on the planet. So it's really brought us all together in a new way and also shown us where we're separate. And there was a lot of separation over the last few years. And I feel like people are starting to want to get beyond that, like tired of it.
Yes,
You
yes.
know,
Yeah, they
seeing
are.
how, yeah, it's detrimental to not talk to your family because you have different beliefs. It's not good for your soul.
No, it's
Exactly.
not.
And that is the whole ploy, I think, is to make us feel that we are separated and that we don't have that global connection or we don't have that cosmic connection. And one of the things that I stress when we have our meditation, which was last night, And I tell them, I said, we are connected. We are individuals, unique individuals, but we have that cosmic connection. We are not alone. And when you understand that, that gives you a whole different perspective on, I'm not facing this by myself. I have a crew.
I have a
Exactly.
team. It's like that the West Side Story movie from theater from years ago, where they're on different
That's
sides
right.
and they go,
Yes,
when you're a jet all the way, from your
exactly.
first cigarette to your last dying day, something like that. You're never alone. And when I think of my angel team, it's kind of that powerful. We're never alone.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're never
We are
disconnected.
never alone. And basically, everything we are observing is a sign. If we pay attention to it, it's going to tell us how we can move forward, right?
Right. It's that if we pay
Yes.
attention, if we slow down enough to listen, if we're aware. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
sometimes it takes removing the old paint before we can start painting the new portrait. and and no one really likes to do the dirty work, the uh, scraping away and revealing the virgin version of what we came in here to do. And I feel that what the world has been going through over the last few years has been taking us to the bottom of the pit, where we can no longer use the mask that we wore before. And now we are able to step into the beauty of who we are.
Right. It has
Yes.
shown us and revealed the truth about who we are too,
Mm-hmm.
and help
Yes.
us get down to our core beliefs now. And I think that, and letting go, you're right, of all those limiting beliefs that we've really held.
Exactly.
There's a good times coming.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's wonderful. So tell us a little bit about the work you do, Joan, please.
Well, so for the last 45 years, and it's been 45 years exactly, I've been helping people, and I focus a lot on women now, step into their gifts, remember their soul mission, why they're here, because I think many of us do come down with a soul mission vision, and then to implement it, really learn how to strategize and unpackage all these gifts that they came down with, which we all need to start to remember. So I start off by saying, well, we have this clipboard, we come down, but our memory is wiped out. And when our memory is wiped out, then we can get distracted and easily off path. And then suddenly we wake up and we go, well, what am I doing over here? This doesn't even feel right anymore. So I help women just really come to terms with who they are and what it is they really came here for. And you have to be ready at that stage where you realize, well, gosh, this just doesn't feel right anymore. This job, this marriage, this home, this life doesn't support me anymore. I'm not feeling right. I'm out of balance. And when that happens, it's usually your soul knocking on you, saying, okay, time to remember your real purpose, why you're here, what gifts you do have, how you can serve, how you can live that best version of yourself now, that higher
Yes.
dimensional frequency. And we can all do that. And that's part of stepping into your mastery. So when I became Joan of Angels, this book falls off the bookshelf. It says, your call for angelic assistance has been heard. It was very dramatic because I obviously require some drama to get my attention. Right. But then the next time the book fell off, it said, to be one of the chosen ones, you must choose. And then it sort of said, these are the times for which you're being called. And this has framed my last few years. Ever since 2020, we have been in a like almost outside of time. Something different has been happening. And we have been called for it. We are all waking up in this period of time because this is the reason we came down here to this planet. And so I have felt that more and more and more. And so the work I'm doing right now, and this only happened the last few days, is merging my Joan of Angels and Joan of Arc self into a more powerful statement of helping to free humanity from the chains that bind us, the mental, emotional, and physical chains that bind us,
Yeah.
each and every one of us, to break free.
Yeah.
And that just came to me recently as sort of the next stage of my evolution, of my waking up, because I may have the name Joan of Angels, but it took me years to grow into it and understand what I'm working with and what, if I say yes to my destiny, can unfold. Because I've said yes to my destiny, which then makes me say, if you say yes to your destiny, what else can unfold? We're all
Yes.
packaged with all of this. It's sort of waiting for us to reveal it to ourselves.
Beautifully said.
Many beautifully said, and many times that can also feel scary for some people, right? Because I'm not really sure why I'm here. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing. Um, my own abilities, I'm talking generally now, right? My
Right.
own abilities and my gifts, they are so common to me that they don't look anything special, you know. But that's where we need to start, right? Going within. And I experienced that with people. But I'm so used to being that way, but that's a part of our truth coming
I
out,
tell
right?
everyone, when I first started as a chiropractor, I thought they were going to ask for my license back for the first few years. Okay. I was a beginner, but even as a beginner, you begin to practice and get better until you step into mastery. So there's a difference in phase when you get to the mastery phase, but you can only get to the mastery phase when you've given yourself the opportunity to fall on your face and to do the try it and see and to get started and to move. And so we don't need all the answers before we move forward. And my guides know how weird I am. And they only gave me one instruction at a time because they knew
Exactly.
if they gave me the second part of the instruction, I would flip out, fall apart, and not be able to handle it. So they just said, Joan, paint 33 angels in 30 days. And I said, what what am I going to do with all of that art? And they refused to answer until I actually did step one. Also, because a lot of people don't do step one, why should they waste their time and give you step two? So they wait for you to like show up and show that you're going to do it. But also, if I had known then about the role I would take in Archangel Joan and, Arch Joan, Angel Joan, if I had known that, I might have been overwhelmed and panicked
Mm-hmm.
and maybe never gotten to this show. And
That's true.
they know that. And so listen to the message, say yes, because it will change your life, and trust that once you complete it, you can send a note up there, say, okay, mission complete, next step. Because that's the way they take us in the beginning as we get stronger, because they don't want us to like get all the way up, in our consciousness and then fall, so, and we all fell in other lifetimes or we wouldn't be back here again.
Mm-hmm.
I remember waking up destitute on the streets of India because I had fallen from a very high place and my reincarnation as an old fortune teller was instant. So I remember this, clearly. So and I'm okay about it. Just tell me step by step so I can get there. That's how to best walk this path now.
Yes. Mine started with a 60-day fast, and I was only drinking Tahitian noni juice, the real Tahitian noni juice, and nothing else. And started working with the angel cards and the 4 agreement cards, and writing and journaling, and that was my first metamorphosis. And I can remember, like all of us, doing this. Well, tell me more. Give me some instructions, and they just say, when it's time. When it's time. And the last 2 years have been a dramatic realization of the next step. And just recently, I've been going through another energetic unveiling. So it's in process.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I think, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, I wanted to say that we are in continuously continuous process forward
Yes.
and within, because it never actually stops as long as we're here, right? My
No.
belief is that our soul and spirit is already perfect, but we don't have the memory. So we need to remember, and we can close the gap while we are here. For me, it started with the Celestial prophecy, and I started with a group of Swedish women in Greece, right where I am right now. So I started to study it because I wanted to understand how energy works. And I had all these signs and all these things happening, and I wanted to start to grasp what's going on. I've been covered in angel numbers for a period of time, and I wrote them all down. And I had to eventually, I said, okay, I can't write 500 times a day. So maybe I just get the message that someone wants to reach me, right? So, but it's a fantastic journey, and the only way to move forward is to go with it. There's no other way to go, because you need to understand that it's layers. It's not coming at once, as you say, Joan, right? Because I
Right,
think also we can handle it if
right,
everything is going to come at once.
right. No, we can't. We can't. It will lower our frequency or we'll get too scattered. So it's all set up perfectly for us to continue to say yes. So in 2021, I think it was, I didn't know if I should freak out or not. So much was happening. Maybe it was the summer of 2020. And I heard this voice that said, well, Joan, if you don't want to accept Joan of Angels and this role that you have, don't worry about it. There's a whole thousands of people who want to elbow you out of the way and take over, that want your job. They want to do what you're here to do. Don't worry about it if you're not interested. But what I've discovered is that if I say no to something like that, it will backfire on me. I was told in 2016 that I should have been famous, but I blew it. Well, yeah, I did blow it because I had a call like that before and I said no. So the energy builds up and you don't get that offer for a while. And there's the soul call, that's that divine path where they continue to guide you, or then it's your way. And your way just never seems to be as bad, as good, or as whole, and has more trials and tribulations. It's the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's it. They said our way or the highway for you. Huh.
Yeah.
Revelation, but yeah, it's something like that. Either you work with us or go on your own way. But the going on your own way, separate from your guides, is a lot harder than working with them.
Yeah. I recognize myself when you say that, because I can also be, I hear what you say, but let me think about it first. I don't know. I'm just not going to say yes at once. Let me digest what you are giving me.
Right. Yes, that's what I did. And I discovered they actually give me 3 chances to say yes. But
Yeah.
after that, it's not offered again.
That's so true. That's so true.
It's just the offer is withdrawn. So if I look back at that turning point, 2013, oh my God, had I not said yes, we wouldn't even be sitting here having this conversation. I'd probably not even know that much about interdimensional living, 15th dimensional beings, my guides. I don't think I'd be channeling like I am. And I certainly wouldn't be feeling like I'm doing the work I came here to do. So,
yeah,
it's kind of interesting to look at our choices and the choice points. So when you get a nudge from your guides, always a good thing to kind of say yes.
Yeah.
One of the things that I say sometimes is, if I met myself now, 20 years ago, I would have said, I'm not going near that person. That person is really too strange for me. And yes, it that beautiful word, Yes.
Yes.
I accept this. I feel this. I understand that we're moving forward, and the acceptance. And then my favorite word is to allow the process.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because if we are afraid, if we are coming from fear, that's going to be a little bit difficult. We need to learn to let go of control on this path
Yeah.
because we don't really exactly know. We are being given something, but we cannot see every step of the way, right? So we need to trust.
You know, that reminds me. So on Saturday, I had an issue here at the house, and I realized I needed to leave immediately. Okay, and I was very disturbed. It's like, you know, I was annoyed, irritated. I didn't want to have to move so fast, and suddenly I have to leave right away. And so I call a friend and I ask her if she'd meet me at the cafe. And I said, I need a new cafe. I don't want to know anyone there. And she sends me to this cafe. She doesn't show up for an hour and a half. And I go in this cafe and I'm really flustered. I'm just flustered. And I stand at the wrong place to order coffee. And this cute woman says, well, you know, you're not at the ordering counter. And she said, let me help you. And she walks me over to the other side to order. And then she sits down here. And I get my coffee and I look around the room, and my normal thing would be to go sit in the corner, the cute couches, and just read my phone. You know, I'm going to pacify myself just like this. But she had been very sweet, and I did something unusual. I went over to her and say, you know, I'm Joan. I'm new in town. I'd love to talk to you for a while. And she said, yes. Sat down with her. We had the best conversation. She's becoming like a referral partner. We really like each other a lot. She gifted me something. I went out and did it. We're meeting tomorrow morning for coffee, you know, a specific meeting. She's already referred me someone. It was like, oh my gosh, because I took a situation that really kind of didn't feel good,
Mm-hmm.
but I said, I'm going to push through to something new cafe. There's a new person. I'm not going to do the old thing I do, which is to just retreat. And suddenly I have a new friend here in the Valley. And when I left Desert Hot Springs years ago, I really had very few friends. And I'd made up my mind I was going to meet new people when I got here. And so I don't know the moral of my story. But yes, you can turn lemons into lemons
I
into
Lemonade.
lemonade.
Yeah,
Thank you. Okay.
yeah. I think the essence of your story is actually that, you know, when we sometimes we think that in order to change something, we need to make big changes.
Right.
But life is full of synchronicity. Life is full of signs. When I say that everything basically is a sign, if I take that time, even though we are human beings having souls having a human experience, right? We are humans while we're here. So we have all these senses and feelings and everything. I can look at myself like Donald Duck for a minute if something goes wrong, and then I calm myself down, right? I gather myself. But you know, if we are pushing the energy, it's harder for us to find our way if we take a step back and observe and follow through like you did. You decided to step outside of your own usual patterns, right? That's
And a
beautiful.
new
So,
cafe, huge,
yeah, yeah,
by
Yes.
myself. Yeah.
And yes, I mean, if you go into nature and you plant a seed, and that little seed, what if you put it in upside down, and then it has to crawl under itself and then come up? And the journey that it takes to seek the sun, to seek its truth. And we sometimes we find ourselves in situations where it's not our comfort zone, but taking that trust in yourself, that self mastery, and say, I'm going to step out of that and I'm going to say hello to someone. I'm going to, and you were given signs. You were given signs.
I was given signs.
It's not like you were accosting a stranger, but you took the time to listen to yourself. And this is how we discover so many things.
You're so right, Karen. And the irony is that I kept saying, how am I going to meet the kind of people that are going to want to work with me? How, because last time in the desert, all these old people, no one cared about my miracles or angels. So I'm going, how am I going to meet people now that I'm back in the desert that I like, that I want to work with, that want to work with me?
Mm-hmm.
And I was really worried about it. So I actually had turned it over to the angels the week before. I said, look, I don't know how I'm going to meet these people. I need your help. And then I forgot about it. And I wasn't going there to meet new people. It just unfolded. And I think that's the whole point. When we put our intentions out, the universe, and we ask for help, like you've been saying, Karen, we get it. And that's the miraculous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We always get it, and we always manifest in that sense. Therefore, we need to think about how we talk to ourselves, what we do, right?
Always.
But we are still not going to punish ourselves when we are, like I said, looking like Donald Duck for a minute because we get angry about something, right? Upset. Get it out of your system. Move forward.
Yeah.
You are both very harmonious. It's really interesting to sort of be on a show with you. I like it. I like it.
Well,
we love having you here too.
Yes, we found each other through a Celestine prophecy, and it was meant to be. Just very briefly, I was in a parking lot. I was coming out of the store, and this lady comes running up to me because I had an advertisement on my car. And she comes up and she's waving her hands really crazy like. And she says, "Is that you? Is that you?" And I said, "Yes." And she says, "I do a radio show and I want you to come on as a guest." And I go, "Okay." And so I did. I've done radio before and I wasn't afraid of that. So I did it. And I didn't really meet Anna. I just heard her voice as she was speaking. And then time went by and Sue transitioned.
Yeah,
and
she got sick.
Came up and was doing this. And I go, "Oh, I'll just make contact." I said, "Do you remember me?" And we started talking. And then I got brave, like you. I went to a new cafe. And I said, are you looking for someone to maybe do, an interview with? Yes, come on. And so I did. And before the show even started, I said, I might be able to do this maybe once a month. She says, "How about being my co-host?" That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. You didn't plan it. And yet what's for the highest good has happened. And
the universe put us together. So,
and that's our message to the world. Yes.
Yeah.
There is a
exactly.
flow.
And I started doing live on Facebook. It takes a little bit more to do it yourself. It's easier when you have someone to work with and have conversation, right? So but I said, okay, I'm not going to be able to do with Sue. Because she's not here any longer. She's on the other side. And so, well, I'll just do it myself then. I did maybe 3 or 4 weeks, and then I met Corinne. So you were sent to me like an angel, Corinne.
Oh, wow. Yes. But that's because I said yes.
Well, you did. You said yes. You said yes when that person came out and said, "Do you want to be on our show? We want you on our show." And actually, you said yes when you had the name of your business or whatever you were promoting on your car, which is also very gutsy to claim who you are so that the world sees it. Like, so you went back a ways here. You said, "This is who I am."
Yes. And then you came into to our lives, and we started chitting and chatting. And the Phoenix area is really, really, really big. I mean, you can take a day to drive across just Phoenix and Mesa and everything. And you said, "Oh, I'm going to be staying at Fountain Hills." And I go, "That is 25 minutes from my door."
Right. And did we meet halfway? So we had a meeting, which It's so
Yes,
amazing when you meet people in person that you've seen in a little square, rectangle square, on
exactly.
a Zoom call or a StreamYard call. So
Yeah.
very powerful to meet you in person. And I will tell you, I'm going to be going back to Arizona, extended trip at some point, and you're on my list.
Well, I
We could
certainly
even, it
hope
would
so.
be fun if we could do a three-way interview, like a B-roll that you can insert or something, like
Yes.
when you and
And
I physically together.
I remember I saw something you posted. You went to Delphi in Greece because Greece is
Yes.
in my heart. It's my other country. I'm born in Sweden, but I also have my heart in Greece. I've been
Yeah.
here many times before. I know that. I'm very connected. So
Well,
wrote something, and then I connected with you, and I said, Corinne, I found someone.
I was hoping to see you because I was going to go on this Greece tour, but work is calling me and it's more important for me to kind of do what I'm doing now. But Greece, the thing for me is that I've had many visions of being a mermaid. This amazing vision. I was swimming with the dolphins once, kind of drowning. I passed out and I had this vision on the boat that I was swimming with the dolphins, that I was a mermaid swimming with the dolphins. We're going past Poseidon. He's standing in front of his temple, this huge, huge mountain, huge being. And there I am swimming with the dolphins to the Oracle of Delphi. And ever since then, I knew I had been an Oracle of Delphi. And
Yeah,
going to a sacred place that you know you've been a part of is so, it just wakes up your memories. It empowers you. The
yeah, it
smells,
does.
the people.
I have goosebumps when you say that.
Yeah, very empowering. And I highly recommend it. I just got off a show about sacred travel, and how travel awakens us.
Hmm.
But Delphi, you're in a magical place, Greece. The ancient gods are still walking
Oh,
around,
yes.
Yeah, they are. I
and
know.
their
I
energy
know
is
they are.
still there. So,
For me, every time I'm here, I can feel the energy is very different from Sweden. It's very, very strong. A lot of power places, a lot of strong, good energy. It's beautiful. Sea,
Yeah.
sun, it's beautiful. Fantastic.
it flows through your blood because you have past lives from Greece. We all do. Many of us in this
Yeah.
work have had those
Yeah.
past lives where we had gifts that we don't use this time because we don't even know we have them yet. We've had so many different lifetimes. It's exciting. So I love Greece. I am going to come back. And you know what? I'm in the midst of actually contemplating. I'm not planning it yet. I'm contemplating planning it, but a women's trip to Egypt and then maybe add on a second to Greece. But
Mhm.
women.
Yeah.
So a women's tour because I really feel like it's really time for, like, when I was in Egypt, I discovered it's a male country
Oh, yeah.
and very masculine, but wouldn't it be great to bring the feminine in and really see it from the feminine eyes?
Yes.
Exactly. We have someone in the chat here. It says, hi from Melissa in New Zealand. I lost
Wow.
my dear friend Travis suddenly on July 19th last year. So sorry for your loss. Does he have a message for me, please? Is there anyone who gets a message?
Ah, well, there is an interesting thing from this soul. Um, the extraordinary things that he is accomplishing now from that side are going to benefit the things that she is trying to accomplish. There's going to be an energy connection. Yeah.
I heard him saying as you right before you start, it's like, I'm right here. I'm right here.
Yeah.
I'm right here. Talk to me. I'm right here.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. I think he'll help her strategize.
Hmm.
It's that masculine influence of organizing this for her.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
And
wow.
I want to add to that too. They are almost always close to us, right? So if we talk to the other side, they have it easier to hear what we say than we have to hear them. So just
Yeah.
talk to him and tell him, show me a sign that I can't miss, that is going to be so obvious that I'm going to understand it. That's a good way, right?
Right. That I can't miss it, that I fall over it.
I was just going to say that, but please don't put it so I do fall over it, because
Right. I need to trip over it, but not physically trip over it.
it's sometimes when I'm talking with the universe and I said, look, give me a sign, but give it to me in increments I can handle. I really don't want a 2x4 hit me upside the head or something like that, but just little bits, so I can go over the hurdles. Yeah.
Well,
And Melissa
of course.
says that's great. I'm struggling with this loss. I talk to him all the time. That's beautiful, Melissa. And he
Yeah.
has shown me 2 signs. Yes, he's
Good.
close by. Talk to
Yeah.
him. Keep on talking.
Oh, he wants you to draw a picture of him. Just sketch a little picture of him to keep by your journal, or I don't know. They just told me to do that. That would help bring him in. Doesn't even have to look like him.
Yes.
It's so interesting. I had a session with a medium yesterday to talk to my cousin who passed in June. And it was quite fascinating that the medium just acted as an she was facilitating this conversation. My cousin's an attorney, and I was actually asking him if I had a case and if he could help direct my legal team. I know, yes, ask him to strategize your business, your marketing, to give you a nudge in the right direction, bring you another good friend, introduce you to another man. Seriously, they will do this for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah.
Everything.
So they do more than parking spots, More than
that does help occasionally, Yes. Yes.
Everything helps.
And
Everything
what
helps.
the other thing they taught me when I started painting, and I think this gets back to soul vision work, but they told me that I was a paintbrush for the divine. But in order to be that paintbrush, I needed to raise my vibrational frequency.
Absolutely.
And in order to communicate with them, they told me, well, we can come down and talk to you, but if you really want more information, we want you to raise your frequency and come up to us. So, we don't want to lower the frequency of our angelic teams. They want us to raise our frequency so we can come up and receive the energy, the activations, and their frequency. And so that's a lot of what my work is how do we raise our frequency to get to that level of mastery.
And we've done a lot of shows on frequency and vibration and how important this is in our own healing, our own way of connecting, our own envisioning our higher self. And
Yes,
yeah,
it is. And it's a continuous journey. And once you step on it for real, there's no going back.
No going back.
That's true.
That's true.
That's exactly.
So I want to
and I don't want to go back.
No, neither do I. No. Not in a million years. Not in eternity.
They'll say, oh, we're going to give it to her in a billion years then. But yeah, life is very exciting when you say yes to your guides. They open doors that you may not have even known you could walk through, and they'll enhance your gifts.
Yes.
And every day could be a miracle.
Well, my lovely sister here from the cosmos started doing this a while back, and I am so glad that my seat is nice and cool, because she has a series of questions that she loves to pose. And I am going to let you have that honor. And I'm going to sit back and just go, ooh.
Okay, nice. Yeah, but before we take the questions, not big or difficult questions, I just want to ask you, you are doing the Dr. Joan show also, right? Am I correct?
Well, I've taken a hiatus right now because I've been redirecting, reflecting, renewing, re-strategizing my next steps. We're in a 1 year on the planet, and it's time for, I'm in a new phase. So I have a hiatus on the show, and but as soon as the show is back, you will be some of my first guests on the show.
Well, thank you.
Oh,
I do have a
thank you.
YouTube channel that, I still post on things occasionally, but it's more occasion right at this moment. I'm in between seasons. I just don't know.
Yeah.
It's like whether I'm going to do my Miracle Monday show again or the Dr. Jones show or something else, and whether it's just going to go back to being just me or interviews. If you have any ideas, put them in or text me somewhere. I'm just curious.
Absolutely.
I always want to know what
Absolutely.
people would like to learn,
Yes.
and even why people
And
follow me.
Exactly. And are you ready, ladies, to start with the 5 simple questions we always
Yes.
have?
Lady.
Okay, let's.
That's you?
No,
So
you.
I'm going to
I'm on the
pop a
hot
joke
seat.
here.
Okay.
So, Corinne, you're off the hook.
All right.
Okay, there she
Yes.
goes.
Got my
Let's
pendulum.
go. So, what does the miracle frequency mean to you, and how can someone begin to feel it in their daily life?
Okay, that is a great question. When you said it, I got tingling. So, the
Okay.
miracle frequency is when you've raised your vibration in a way, and you've raised your frequency to start to attract miracles. So that means you start thinking positive. You put into motion what it is I'm seeking, and your visions and your goals, and you start working to achieve them, and you do things on that positive vein. So when you're in that miracle frequency, I think of miracles come along in waves. And so when you're on the miracle frequency, you can catch the miracle wave. I have all these definitions in my book. The miracle wave then scoops you up. It's sort of like surfing, right? So you've raised your frequency. You're at the top of the wave now, and you can catch it. And that's catching that miracle frequency for you. But you have to paddle. You have to do the stuff. You have to prepare the space to get there.
Beautiful.
So that you don't flop. Right? So that you can catch the miracle wave by raising your miracle frequency.
Perfect.
Exactly. Wonderful. Thank you. And next question. How do angels communicate with us, and what are some signs people often overlook?
Oh my God. Well, sometimes people are just too busy to pay attention to the signs they're getting. All right. So it could be a coin on the ground. It could be, like happens to me, you pass a sign that says Miracle Row or street sign, or a van comes in front of you that says Angel Maids or Miracle Ears, like Miracle Hearing. So you look for signs around you, and they're very plentiful. Mm-hmm. Or suddenly that song comes on. It's like, love them or leave them, or something that's like the answer to it. Will this relationship last, or something? So we get, or simple enough, like the day I put all those 33 paintings on the wall of the Angel Loft now, and the book falls off the bookshelf. So I go over, I look at it, and it's the exact sentence says, your call for angelic assistance has been heard. Do you think that was a direct message?
Yes, of course it was.
So, yeah, of course it was. Or angel numbers. And they slowly start. So my daughter's never been into this, but recently she said, Mom, I'm seeing 111 all the time. What does it mean? Like, it happened so many times that she suddenly realized there's a pattern. So it's pattern recognition also. Mm-hmm. Understanding that's like, oh, wait, I just passed that sign before, or someone else just told me that, and now you're telling me that. Confirmation. So those are ways.
Wonderful. And what helps someone reconnect with their soul vision when they feel lost or uncertain?
So, you know,
Difficult
I would love
questions,
to
right?
give you it, well, because it's a deep question. I work with people sometimes for a long time to step into their soul vision, but to get fragments of who you are, that's a lot easier. And that's by remembering, I have a very simple thing I'll tell people. Get a poster board, put your name in the center, put a picture of you, put your nickname in it, and then all around it, start to put all the qualities that you have that you know about yourself, all the things you're good at, all the things people tell you you're good at or tell you about yourself, all the hobbies you like, the things you like to do, and you start to paint a picture. And that picture starts to show you more or less where you're going. And so that's a simple way to start to get more clarity. But it does take work to see the big picture of what you're here to do, what particular challenges that came along with you that you're here to overcome, and people, places, and things, what you're going to need to let go of as you strategize stepping into yourself. And I actually put a link in, and I'll put another link in it for what I call a soul vision clarity call. It's a complimentary session. We look at what's going on for you, or just a few simple things. I make a few recommendations, and then I'll recommend if I have anything that I could do to help you get into that too, and what that might look like. So there's no charge for it, no obligation, but it is a chance to sort of start to get more clarity.
Yeah.
And just so you all know that I've been working with people for 45 years, helping them get soul clarity, but also I've been working with myself for 45 years to get clearer and clearer and clearer. So it's not just I found it and that's it.
That's right. It's always.
I found it. Now this is the beginning.
Okay.
And I was one of those 2000 when I say that I started my conscious journey, right? So we studied the Celestial Prophecy, and after a year and a half, I said, "Yeah, I got it. Now I know it," and I didn't even scratch the surface because it's a process. It's a continuous process, and you learn and you dig deeper each and every time you find it. So, yeah, I get that, and also I think that people can reach out to you, right? I posted your links. I don't really know why our live feed is not showing up afterwards on Facebook, but we are going to put up all the links under the videos.
Sweet.
Yeah, so we do stream on youtube.com/at angelplaceonearth.com and youtube.com/at cosmic guardians 111/streams, right? That's our two channels. And after this show, we're going to also stream the replay on Facebook at facebook.com/cosmic guardians. So we are all over the place, right? That's beautiful.
So I put in a link to my Soul Vision complimentary session, and also a link to my upcoming class, which is March 18th, called the Discernment Room. It's all about learning how to trust your decisions.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Beautiful. So we are not finished with the questions, right? Two more.
Okay, let's do it.
So can you share a moment when living with purpose changed the direction of your life?
Well, that's so interesting. So the thing is that there's been no one thing. My whole life since I was very young has been really on purpose. What really started all of this was I moved to LA many years ago, and I moved into a spiritual community. And so I'm in an evening event, and you're supposed to put in what are your intentions. And I go, my intentions is to know what I'm here to do. I need to know what I should do next. And I heard a voice that night that said, go to chiropractic school. clear as day, go to chiropractic school. It's a long time ago. And I went the next day to 2 different chiropractic schools. I enrolled that same day. I enrolled and I paid, and I got home and there was a check in the mail for something like $878 that came from Schwab. My grandfather had died 6 months before, and that was my inheritance. And it was the exact same amount as the tuition, which confirmed for me that I was to go to chiropractic school. And that one decision introduced me and changed my entire life, and was the beginning of my spiritual journey, actually. So yes, I that is the turning point for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. So, last question. What is one simple practice anyone can start today to align with higher guidance?
Beautiful.
So the one thing that I will in a quick way is to close your eyes, imagine a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being hot, on fire, can't wait, 0 being you might as well be dead, and ask yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, how aligned is this particular thing with who I am? How aligned is this show? How aligned is that luncheon? How aligned is that bar? How aligned is this? Take a peek at everything. You'll be surprised to see where resonance fits for you. And we call that your soul signal. So go for it. And reach out to me if you have any questions, want some clarity, want to know who you are, where you're going. Just think that it's fun to work with me. Just, answer that call and we'll take care of you.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Doesn't our master of questions come up with some very unique ideas? And every week I go, okay. She goes into this little room and comes out with these incredible questions, and really she can put you on the spot. But I've learned how to just say, and how would you answer that?
Yes.
You didn't tell me that was an option.
I'm no dummy here. I know how to throw the ball back in the
You didn't tell me that was an option. I thought I had to answer it. No, but you know what? I didn't answer it. Honestly, Spirit answers those questions with me.
Absolutely.
I don't have to worry about it. I'm not that smart on my own. I always need angelic support and guidance. And I just knew that this was going to be a fun show because we've already had fun interaction. Yes. And I was going to come personally to harass you in Greece, and I have to apologize for that. But
yes.
But I know, I just have a knowing that you are going to come at some point. And
I'm already
going to meet.
Last night, it already happened. I saw myself running an Egyptian tour, and then I said, "Oh, well, we'll have to add on the Greece component."
Greece is right across the
hop, skip,
water. I mean,
yeah, well, it takes a couple hours from Egypt to Greece, but that's okay. Yes,
I'm also trying to. No, I'm not trying to. I'm working on manifesting coming your ladies towards you, both of you,
to California.
So, yeah.
Yes.
Probably Arizona,
California, Arizona.
Well, when you come to Arizona to visit Karen, you're going to let me know, and I will find a way to stop off and visit. It's not really; it's only 4 hours.
And I'm preparing my body to be able to run up and down the mountains in Greece, and and I'm doing very well. I'm very bionic now. And
I love it. I love it. That's so this has been great to be with you all.
Yes.
Thank you. And I'm thinking, are we ready to wrap it up? We have a few things we are saying. Yes?
Yes.
So you can connect with the Joan of Angels at joanofangels.com, or go to Instagram at Joan of Angels, and on YouTube, Joan of Angels. We have it on the screen as well. So if you want to connect with Corinne and myself, you can find us at angelplaceonearth.com/cosmic guardians, and you find Corinne, her phone number, her website, everything about her, and you connect with me as well if you want to. Find our series. We currently have 2 series. The first one is the Celestial Prophecy, No, the second one, but anyway, doesn't matter, does it? And the other theories are the four agreements. And we are planning on next week, actually, we are going to have a review of the four agreements and discussing the fifth agreement. So that's going to be a blessing. So we're going to add a little bit to what we talked about last year. And we do go live for you every Wednesday, the same time. And our affirmation for today, do you want to read it, Corinne, or maybe Joan, or shall I read it?
Let Joan read it.
Where is it?
Okay. I can put it up here. You know, on the private chat here, I'm going to write it so you can.
Okay.
So you can
Oh,
read it.
yes.
Yes.
Oh, I love this. Okay, you ready, everyone? My soul remembers its brilliance. I trust the whispers of spirit. I honor my purpose, and I shine as a beacon of love in this world.
Isn't that
I like
beautiful?
that. I shine as a beacon of love in this world. Thank you.
Yes.
Beautiful. So, everybody, thank you for joining us in this heart-opening exploration on the Cosmic Sis-Stars show with our special guest, Joan of Angels, a beautiful lady with a wonderful energy. The portal gently closes, but the frequency remains. Let the whispers of your spirit linger, let your purpose breathe, and let your soul vision lead you with grace. Thank you for being a part of this luminous moment with all of us. Until our paths cross again, walk in light, walk in truth, walk in wonder. With infinite love, peace, and joy, we see you, we hear you, we honor you, we love you, we appreciate you. From special guest Joan of Angels and Cosmic Sis-Stars, Corinne and Anne.
Yes.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much.
Bye.